Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different and we're going to be doing my very first product empties. I ask that you excuse that my voice is literally gone because hot girl summer has me down for the count. So if I sound sort of like my mother or Cher, let's just ignore it. We are going to start with some skincare. So this is a recent empty. I just ran out of this. This is the CEO 15% Vitamin C Brightening Serum. You can literally see the letters rubbing off on this because I have used it so well. I honestly really love this stuff. I feel like for someone just sort of starting to get into anti-aging skincare and more intensive serums and stuff, this is a great sort of starter serum. It really brightens. It really made me feel moisturized and plumped. I use it in the mornings. It is a little bit expensive, so instead of buying a new one of the same thing, I am looking for something perhaps a little bit more affordable. I don't know. I feel like a lot of skincare is overpriced. Is that bad to say? I feel like it is. But if I can't find anything, I'm just gonna buy this again. So the next skincare thing that I finished is the Ordinary Bee Oil. Now we've all heard of this, we've all seen it, the like viral yellow oil. I did finish this, I used it well, and I will not be repurchasing it. That is not because I don't think it's a great product. It's not that it's not a great price, it's just not right for my skin type. It was a little too light for me and a little too heavily fragranced. I have drier skin. I prefer to use a heavier, more emollient oil. So I went ahead and bought a different oil from the same brand, The Ordinary, and I got the 100% organic cold pressed Moroccan argan oil, and this has done wonders for me. When I finish this, which I undoubtedly will, I'll be buying it again. Next things next, our last skincare item. This is the Tarte Maracuja oil. This has been through it. This used to have a totally different top. I literally have had this oil for like an embarrassingly long amount of time. Like years on years. But it's just so good. Makes the skin so moisturized. But it's crystallized now. It's done and dead. And it's disappointing to myself that I even still have this bottle. It does still smell so good though. I will think about repurchasing this. It's so amazing, but once again, it's a little expensive and I can get the same thing done with the Moroccan argan oil. Next thing is next. This is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. This also took me freaking forever to finish, and I have already rebought it. This is a go-to staple product for me. I really can't imagine my routine without it. I mean, it just literally blurs everything. Like, it feels so good on the skin. It just gets the job done. Could not recommend highly enough. Next, I have also rebought this already, is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer that comes in this little pot. I buy it in the shade Light 2 Vanilla. This is the perfect concealer for spot concealing. I don't normally use it under the eyes. Sometimes I do if I just want something that I don't want to set. It's thick, but it's non-comedogenic, so it's not going to clog your pores, and I find that it looks really natural on the skin. Like I said, already bought it again. Great product. Next, we have two of the same product, the mini and the full. You can imagine I have rebought this as well. This is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. It's my favorite of all time. I'm wearing it now. I'm really never not wearing it. I feel like it gives me falsies. It's my absolute favorite thing, and you can layer it so easily. Like, let me just grab my new one. I mean, I even have a backup of the new one. I have so many of these freaking mascaras. It's honestly an abomination. But like, you can just layer this stuff up and your eyelashes will just continue to get longer. So good. Just so good. Next thing I have for you, the Dior Air Flash Foundation. I love this stuff. I also just love how it sounds when you shake it. I know aerosol is bad for the environment, but I can't with this. So there is still a little bit left in here, obviously. I'm calling it not quite an empty because this one is just like mega expired. I've had it forever, but I have like two more of them in there. This is a perfect no makeup foundation. You know, you can spray on just a tiny little bit just to sort of even out the skin tone when you're not sure if you really want to wear foundation. This is your guy. Because it is such a thin, watery sort of foundation, it's surprising how well it covers. We love her. This is one of those things that I will never question the price on. And it's not because it's Dior, it's because, you know, it really is worth the money. It's these high quality skincare ingredients and complexion foundation ingredients that are really gonna make the skin look like skin, look smooth. You know, when I see cake face, that's usually cheap foundation. So, you know, it's one of the areas I'm willing to spend in more often than not. Next is this concealer from Urban Decay. It is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I have this in the shade Fair Warm. It works really well for me. I ran out of this a while back and, you know, I would rebuy it, but I feel like I just have so many other concealers that are working really well for me right now. It's just not necessary, but you know, it gets the job done. It is a little drying for me, I think. I prefer, like I said, something a little more moisturizing when it comes to just about any complexion products, because you can always add a tad bit of powder to matte something down. But putting on something dry and cakey and cracky is just like a much more difficult mess to fix. Next, we have something that I will be rebuying, even though I love all the other concealers I'm using right now. This is the Kosas concealer. I don't even know what it's called, but I think they only have one. I have the shade 01. Something about this is just so good. The color is just right. It is perfectly sticky so that it like lets other things lay on top of it right. It blends out beautifully. It's natural. It's made with really good ingredients. Kosas, I think, is a really awesome brand. And you know, it only hit the scene like now a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I think it's made really amazing strides. So I definitely recommend you go out and get this one. I would have already bought another one if I wasn't so obsessed with the Rare concealer that I'm using right now and the classic Maybelline Age Rewind that I'll never stop using. Next, this is a bronzer from Milani. Well loved, as you can see, totally broken, totally empty. This is in Dolce. I normally am someone who goes for a matte or satin finish bronzer because I think it just looks the most natural when I'm warming up the face. This, however, has something slightly metallic to it, but the way it's formulated is so natural, so pretty, just makes you feel glowy and summery and warm in any season. I will definitely be buying this again once I finish my current butter bronzer. If you may have noticed, there's a lot of things that I'm not repurchasing immediately, even though I do really like them, and it is because I am trying to downsize my collection so as to not have 3 bronzers that I'm going through at the same time. It just feels unnecessary and wasteful, and things are expiring quicker when they don't need to be. So, you know, I would recommend, even for a collector such as myself, someone who is sort of an aficionado, you don't need to have 3 or 4 of the same type of product if they're all similar. And I know the butter bronzer and this bronzer can't be compared, but let's be honest, if I have only one or the other, I'm still going to be just fine. So let's set some standards for ourselves in terms of not overindulging in all the consumerism of it. I say as I pick up something else I have rebought. This is the Dior Glow Color Reviver Balm. I have been buying this forever. I mean, please look at that. Talk about a well-loved product. I clearly have dug out every last bit of this balm. It is, to this day, like the best thing I own. It moisturizes your lips better than any other balm or chapstick I have ever tried on God's green earth. It is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. When I rebought it, I did not buy it in the same color. This is 005 Lilac. I now have it in 008 Raspberry. Don't ask me why I know the number off the top of my head.
It's like I'm obsessed.
It always is just the perfect amount of tint, the perfect amount of glow, and it feels amazing. It feels amazing. Once again, when something just works that well, I don't care about the price. It's like whatever, it's just worth it. There really is nothing so valuable as the kind of tint or balm you can throw in literally any purse for any occasion and know that it can be your go-to lip color for the entire evening, morning, night, whatever. Huge, huge fan of this. And that brings us to the end of our video. This has been just sort of a short, chill one. I don't think I had the energy to do much more than this, like I said. I hope that you guys got something out of this from seeing all these empties. Now you can make maybe some more informed decisions on what you want to buy for yourself, on how to decide whether or not something is worth rebuying. And if not, I hope you found it entertaining, even though I am a little low energy today. I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your day, a happy long holiday weekend, depending on if this comes out still during the holiday weekend. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.